have something interesting for you guys today. I'm doing something I've never done before. So you guys, please just big me up in the comment section if I did well. Today I'm going to be teaching you something I learned. Some things I learned from the YouTube Creator 360 program yesterday. It's actually a 2-day program. One happened yesterday, the second one is today. So let me just tell you what day one was all about. So for those people who missed it, or those who were not sent a link to be a part of this, I'm definitely going to tell you guys that you did not miss much, because I am going to tell you every single thing that we did. So guys, if you're going to be interested in hearing this content or watching this content, please subscribe and watch to the end of this video. I can taste I can taste So a few days back, I think last month, I got a mail from YouTube telling me about this Creator 360 Africa program 2022 that was going to hold. So we had to register with the link that was given in the email, and it was supposed to hold for 2 days. So May 10th and May 11th. Yesterday was May 10th. We already had the first day, and today is the second day. I'm already so excited. Like, I really cannot wait for the second day. So I have my notes here just in case you guys see me looking down, so you know what I'm talking about. So there were a couple of hosts, like there were a whole lot of South African names which I may not be able to pronounce, but our very own Koti was part of it. If you guys don't know Koti, Koti is a Nigerian YouTuber. She's a content creator. She's on Instagram with a lot of following, and I think about 150,000 subscribers on YouTube. So she was called to join the team in explaining how they achieved their success on YouTube. Me, I'm a baby YouTuber, so of course, definitely I was interested in knowing how to achieve my own success, because myself, I want to have 150k subscribers or more. I want to have 1 million subscribers if possible. So that's why I joined them. I said I was going to learn. So let me just pick out some points of what happened yesterday. Let me mention some names of the YouTubers that joined. Well, the facilitator was Sholafumi Shosonya. Then we have Mandy Saro, South African, Thato Rampedi, Zeph Masote, Alex Okosi, and Koti for the first session, I think. So what did they discuss in the first session? They talked about the fact that many people feel the need to have niches on YouTube. Take, for example, if someone decides to create content around beauty, lifestyle, and all, that's a niche. It could be educative content like how to write CVs, how to write SOPs, basically writing. Then we also have people with different niches like cars. For some people, it's about sports and all. So for the longest time, I myself, I struggled with choosing a niche, because a lot of things come to my head, and I could be like, I feel like talking about this thing today, and then the next day I want to talk about the gist around town, I want to talk about the gossip around town, and then it could be something that just irritates me and I want to talk about it. But because I already have a niche, I'm a writer, I'm always talking about how to write this book and how to write that book, I'm not thinking like, how do I combine these different interests of mine into one channel, or should I just stick to one channel? But from yesterday's session, I came to understand that as a creative, you should not limit yourself. If you have interest in different things, please go ahead. If you want to talk about auntie today, talk about auntie. If it is uncle tomorrow, talk about uncle. Like, say whatever you need to say on every day or on every different day. Don't just restrict yourself to one particular kind of content. I mean, you don't even know the content that will even fetch you the biggest money, the largest views and audience, and also really don't restrict yourself to one niche if it doesn't work for you. But for those who it works for to stick to one niche, please go ahead and stick to one niche. But it was very liberating to hear that, because me, I've been fighting with sticking to a niche, and I mean, I talk about anything that comes to my head. So I was very happy to hear that. Then the second point, they mentioned that you do not need to invest heavily in filming equipment to be able to put out good content, at least for beginners, because when I first started out YouTube, I used to tell myself that I may never make it, like I may never be able to grow on YouTube because I don't have those expensive equipment and I don't have the money to get them. Take for example, I know some big YouTubers use cameras, like very good cameras, Canon M50. They have their what do you call this thing, the microphone, the Rode microphone, very expensive. But some people, they have ring lights and all. I have a ring light, but I did not come with it to where I am. So people feel restricted by the fact that they do not have sophisticated filming equipment. So they feel like, as long as I don't have a camera, I don't have the tripod, I don't have this, I don't have that, I won't be able to film. When I started doing YouTube, I used to place my phone on top of somewhere near the window and I stayed there. I use natural light to film. Now I can see I have a tripod, I have ring light and all of that. But I think up to date, I still prefer filming with natural light because it just gives this natural glow and all. That's why I prefer it, but fine, that's what works for anybody. So they were asked questions like, what inspired your first video? For me, what inspired my first video was, it was during the lockdown when some offices, some organizations were still mandating their staff to come to work. They were not letting them work from home. So I was like, let me just make one small video. I made one small video and I posted it on YouTube, and then I saw that people were watching and they were commenting. I was like, okay, so you guys, if I make another post, will you guys comment? Will you watch? And that was how it started. I wasn't even thinking about the monetization part. And see, the truth is that many people say that when they started YouTube that they were not thinking about the monetization part, and many people think it's a lie when they hear other people say that. Me, I did not know about that, but eventually I got to know, and I was like, monetization, who does not like money? So yeah, that was that about that. Then they asked another question. They said, did you have anyone to hold your hand when you first started? I did not have anyone to hold my hand. Many of them said they didn't have anyone to hold their hands. Like, they just had to struggle through it, navigate and all. Same thing with me. There's nobody holding my hand, so I'm just watching and learning. And then again, there was this person that posted a free video on how to start on YouTube. That's Glory Elijah. Frankly speaking with Glory, I will never forget Glory. She did a free video. She did a free masterclass, sorry, and a lot of people joined. So I think I should take that statement back, saying I didn't have anyone to hold my hand. Well, she did a free class, and that class really helped me to understand the basics of YouTube. The rest I learned on my own. In that class, she explained how to create thumbnails, how to use Canva to create thumbnails, how to get your audience to give you feedback, how to engage them such that your comment section is buzzing and stuff like that. She took her time. It was like the whole day. I think it started around 10 or 11, and by 5 o'clock, it ended by 5 o'clock. She really took her time to do all of that. I think it was A to Z of YouTube that she titled that masterclass, and it was the bomb. She was really patient. She was really kind to do that. It was a very good initiative. So it made me feel like I was part of a community that really cared about me. So Glory Elijah, I will never forget. I will never forget. Thank you very much. I'm going to tag it in this video just in case you get to see it. So yes, apart from that, I did not have anyone to hold my hand. I'm still a baby YouTuber, like I keep repeating. So right now, nobody is holding my hand, but I am still researching. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to climb up the ropes, the ladder of success in YouTube. So, and I really hope that everything goes well with me and so other struggling YouTubers like me. Then they talked about the fact that YouTube cares about creators. And by creators, we mean people who create content on YouTube, people who use YouTube either as a source of livelihood or as a source of as a means to educate people. Because I can actually attest to the fact that YouTube cares about creators, because they send newsletters monthly. They give you tips for learning how to create more interesting content, how to engage your audience and stuff like that. So I can confidently say that yes, that YouTube is interested in the growth of the creators in this space. Next thing, we moved on to building your personal brand. So we had a speaker who said that she started out with very little filming equipment, and gradually she started growing up with more sophisticated equipment, and she has support from her family members, her husband. Let me use this opportunity to thank Brachuki, my darling husband, because I can't even begin to explain how supportive he has been of this my YouTube channel. Like, he's been so supportive, from giving me content ideas to, I don't even know, like, to even giving me suggestions on things, on ways to edit and stuff like that. He's been amazing. So if you have supportive family members who support your career on YouTube, please hold them tight, because they're not easy to find. They are rare finds. They're rare breeds. So moving on. Then another person talked about looks on YouTube. Depending on the kind of content you're putting out there, your looks need to reflect your content. So you can't be talking about beauty and lifestyle, makeup and stuff, and you always come out looking bleh. Someone like me, I'm not talking about makeup, I'm talking about beauty and stuff like that. So I mean, I can just come up with my bare face and do my videos and go. But at least to a reasonable extent, just try and look put together. Just try and look, organized and arranged in front of the camera, because these are things that make a video stand out. Like, let the background be sharp. You can't have the background looking scattered and dirty and stuff, and you're expecting people to enjoy watching your video. You can't have your audio being so poor and you're expecting people to enjoy it, like the audio being very low, or you're having this background music that is fighting with the sound of your voice. These are things that make people uninterested in your videos. If the videos are not crisp and sharp, your audio is not clear, best believe that people will just get uninterested. They'll just lose interest from your video, like almost immediately, maybe after the first few seconds, highest 1 minute, they just move on there, like, I beg, this person is not serious, and then they move away. Then they also talked about consistency. I struggled with consistency when I started out on YouTube, because I will make a video today and upload, and then maybe in the next 4 to 5 weeks I'll upload another one. But when it hits me that consistency was key, I started doing it back to back to back to back to back. So there are times where I post only 1 video in a week, but when I can post 2 to 3 videos in a week, trust me, I try my best and I do it. It's not easy. The editing parts, the filming, the everything, the setup, especially when you're not in your comfort zone, you're not in a place where you feel comfortable to do all these things, but you just have to create the content. It's not easy, but as much as you can, please remain consistent, so that your viewers know that this person is always here, no matter how hard and difficult it is. This person always shows up. So yes, consistency is key. And we had Dodos in the house. Dodos came to talk about brand deals. So people had a lot of questions to ask about how do you reach out to brands for brand ambassadorial deals, how do you get to charge and stuff. So the first advice that we're giving us that when you're reaching out to brands as a new creator, as a new YouTuber, let's say with 1,000 subscribers or a little above 1,000 subscribers, you don't get to aim for the very big brand and then you expect them to pay you millions. No, start out small. I cut your quotes according to your cloth, if that's correct. Yeah. So don't be aiming for something that is way above your level, because it's okay to accept that some things are above your level. So aim for something within your level, something that you can accommodate or they can accommodate. So when you reach out to them, you should have a rate card. Then Dodos also mentioned that you should not be too quick to accept just anything just because you want to be a brand ambassador. You need to accept deals that are in line with your person, with the nature of what you do on your channel. So let's say for someone who talks about beauty, I keep using beauty and lifestyle, I really don't know why. Okay, let me talk about myself. For someone who is into writing like I am, and let's say I talk about writing, school applications, masters, study abroad programs and stuff, and then a sports company comes to me and says, oh, we want you to do an ad for us, create content and stuff. And then because I'm really desperate to get money, because I really want to become a brand ambassador, I just accept it and then I go ahead and advertise such a content or posts on my YouTube channel, and people cannot relate. They're like, this is not something that you do, so why are you talking about sports? So anything that contradicts what you do on your channel, it will not be nice or good to accept such deals just because you're desperate to make some money and earn in dollars and all of that. Then she also talked about the fact that the fee that you charge the brands that come to you should be commensurate to the efforts that you put into creating that content, because there'll be some times where you guys already have a deal, they've made their payment and stuff, and then you now start to create the content. After creating the content, you go and show them that this is the content I want to put out on my channel, and then they say, no, this content, I don't think this is what we want to see. I think you should do it this way, do it this way. And then it may now require you creating that content all over again after you must have finished filming and editing. You don't have to film again and edit again. So that's stress for you. So ensure that you charge appropriately such that when they're stressing you, you're like, no problem, stress me. I've already collected the money, and the money I collected is like double the stress. So no worries. So charge appropriately. Do not shoot yourself in the foot. And please, guys, do not be desperate to just accept any kind of deal. I know I already mentioned that today in this video. So they said a whole lot of things. Then later we had this creator breakout room where we were with Shalafumi and Dan Mortiz, I think that's his name. I have to go and check and confirm. Yeah, so we had this dance session first where we had to stand up and dance, move from side to side, move to the left, move to the right, and we're really dancing. And then there were awards or gifts for the best dressed, and I think the best dancer. Best dressed, trust me, I didn't even bother myself. This room was almost so dark, so there's no way I would have worn best dress, even if I was wearing the finest dress. So that's that about that. Then we were told to share some learning point, what we learned from the sessions, and we did all of that, and that was where the session ended, and we're told that we'll have to come back today for the second part. So after the second part today, best believe I'm going to come back to give you guys gist of what happened so that if you guys did not attend, just know that you did not miss much, because I mean, I'm here for you. But I've already told you what happened yesterday now, so I'll definitely come and tell you what happened tomorrow. Guys, before I end this video, this pimple, I don't understand. People just came and sat on my face, and I was like, no matter what the pimple says or does, I will still film this video. Okay guys, I need to get back to work. I just thought I should come here and do this and then go back to my work, because the work is staring at me in the face and my customers are looking at me with bad eye like this. All right guys, see you guys in my next video. Bye.